poem called Changeless by Catherine Needham. The world is very beautiful, sky and land and sea. The dawn, the glowing sunset with blossoms on a tree. The singing stars, the moonlight's glow, a garden in the spring, a gleam of silver on the lake, a red bird on the wing. But neither stretching skies of blue, nor flower, nor stars above, holds quite as much of angel's touch as mother's changeless love. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers.
Thank you.
Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And when I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. And you know the way where I'm going? Thomas said to him, Lord, we don't know where you're going. How can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father also. Henceforth, you know him and have seen me. Philip said to him, Lord, show us the Father, and we shall be satisfied. Jesus says, have I been with you so long, and yet you don't know me, Philip? He who has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, show us the Father? Do you not believe that I'm the Father and the Father in me? The words that I say to you, I do not speak on my own authority, but the Father who dwells in me does his works. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the sake of the works themselves. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me will also do the works that I do. And greater works than these will he do, because I go to the Father. Whatever you ask in my name, I will do it, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Please be seated. Mother's Day. Mother's Day. As we begin, I would like all mothers to pose. First, if you would, and anyone who functions as a mother too. Might not be a biological mother, but if you're the mother to someone, we ask you to stand up. Pray for the mothers that we have who have had challenges in their life that might not have been the mother we expected them to be. But they always will have that connection to their child. So we pray for them and we pray for their children. My Father's house.
This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears, all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is my Father's world. I rest me in the court of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, that hands the wonders wrought.
Thank you, Rob. So it's a day we celebrate Mother's Day, and then we follow the lectionary reading. So I look at the lectionary reading, and it's this passage from John about our Father's house. And I said, thank you a lot. What's the tie-in, God, between we're supposed to be celebrating Mothers today, but is my Father's world? Well, as the Holy Spirit does, she let me know what the tie-in is. So this week, don't send any cards and letters and phone calls and emails that it was Mother's Day and you talked about fathers the whole time. Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Wow. I invite us to look at that passage today different than we ever have before. I've had it used against me as a weapon. Have any of you been told this line, that you're not on the straight and narrow, and there's only one way through to the divine, and that's through Jesus, and there's nothing else acceptable? I've been told that. Well, what about the Muslims, the Jews, the Buddhists, all the other faith traditions? In this church, we hold interfaith services, and I see people coming together and they pray from the Muslims. I enrich my Christianity because they are prayerful people. Could you imagine us if we had to pray at certain times every day on the clock? That's a lot of work. But we can learn from the Muslim tradition about being prayerful people. From the Buddhists, I learned that when I was small, I was learning that God lives way up there. And God looks a certain way with long white hair and carries a cane. But the Buddhist tradition taught me that the divine is all around me. And we just heard in this passage from John this morning, Jesus said that the Father lives and thrives through you. Not just through me, but through you. This is our Father's world. It's a troubling passage. Recently we went through the 40 days of Lent. We traveled on a journey through the wilderness to resurrection during Lent. We traveled through the journey of the risen one. We've seen Jesus, the divine, appear through locked doors, remove stones from tombs. We've seen him resurrected. But in this passage today, because we're coming up to Pentecost in 3 Sundays from today, we celebrate the arrival of the Holy Spirit and Jesus' ascension. And I kept reading this over and over. What is Jesus doing here? Is he preparing the disciples? Is he parenting? Is that what we do? With our children. When I'm no longer here, right, Barbara, I want you to be strong and be able to carry on, to live a life filled with love and happiness. So is Jesus parenting the disciples and the family and the people around him who gather, because he knows his human, his physical time on earth is coming to an end. But I love where it says, there's many dwelling places in my Father's house. Many. A lot. But why? If there's only one way to the Father, and that's through me, why don't we just need one big room? I ask some strange questions. Why do we have to have different rooms? Won't we get along? Will the Baptists be in this room and the Catholics in that room? the Buddhist. What is Jesus trying to tell us through this very, very powerful, insightful example, this instruction? Then I meditated about this all week, and I'm thinking about the diversity that exists. So I'd like you to participate with me this morning. Would anyone who was born in a state other than the state of Florida please stand up and announce what state you were born in? Now, one at a time. Oh my goodness, that whole section of the choir. Pennsylvania. Oh, slow. Illinois, Pennsylvania. Michigan. New Jersey. Oh, New Jersey. Minnesota. Oh, a lot of Minnesota. Wow, thank you. That's truly amazing. That's a lot of houses in this house. Now, is anybody here that was born in Broward County, Florida? Anyone? No, what? There's one. Now, how about someone that was born in another country? Not born in this country. What country? I know we have Canada. Woo! Where? Aruba? Mexico. The country of Tennessee. You can tell from my accent. But isn't that amazing when we look at that scripture? And I love during the Pentecost experience where people of many tongues, they all spoke. They received the Holy Spirit, but they could understand one another. I could understand a lot more about the diversity in our congregation by hearing you this morning. That's truly, truly, truly amazing. But is it a hindrance that we're trying to fit into this one mold, into this one room? It's wonderful. It's a blessing. It's such a blessing. So when we look at this passage, and Jesus says, I am the way, not a way, the truth, not a truth, and the life, not a life. No one comes to the Father but through me. But wait a minute. Jesus, in the Gospel of Mark chapter 7, is sitting eating his meal, and the Syrophoenician woman comes up to him. She's a Gentile from another land. At first he seemingly hesitates, but she says, no, I have a place at this table, Jesus. And his response, your daughter's healed. Socially, culturally, in religious context, he wasn't even supposed to speak to her. Yet he healed her daughter because she believed. So who are we to take this precious text about the many rooms in God's house and make it one? Who are we to take something that Jesus said out of context and use it as a weapon against others? You must fit into this mold or you don't know the Father. Wow. That's some serious stuff. This passage is about inclusiveness. This passage is about acceptance. This passage Jesus says himself, I love this. He says, if you know me, you will know my Father. From now on, you do not know him and have not seen him. Because they just didn't get it. He's not happy. Philip even says, Lord, show us the Father and we'll be satisfied. And Jesus says, he has been with you all the time. And you still don't know him. So when we don't acknowledge and see the divine and respect in other people, we don't know the divine. He says, the Father who dwells in me does his works. Wow. This is Jesus speaking through his humanity. So this isn't about just Jesus. This is about you. And it's about me. The Father within me. I mean, I know some of the people in this church where I met their mother and the father, and you can see the parents in them, can't you? Sometimes the physical aspect from the mom, and then you know the other aspects from the dad, but you can see they're coming together. And even people who are adopted, though, you can tell, you know, after spending 18 years being raised by these adopted parents, they take on the attributes, the essence of the parents too often, don't they? God has the way to even transform people, because you may even look like the person. That's what love will do. I have seen the Father. In these many rooms, God talks about. And it started making me think about the church. Oh my goodness. As we know from the cleanup yesterday of the church and everything, we have a lot of rooms in this building, in this facility, don't we, Fred? My goodness. Think what happens in the sanctuary in God's house. In this sanctuary, you have interfaith groups that come, and they feel safe here in God's house. Are they following the way, the truth, and the life? So maybe there's more to that than we like to put into that. Jesus' way was to love unconditionally. Jesus' way was to have compassion to people. Jesus didn't attack people. The way and the truth to love unconditionally like a mom can do. Wow. So yes, Holy Spirit, thank you. I sweated that one out. What's the connection between the Father's house and Avon? We have the youth room where young people come together. They're able to paint and express themselves. We have a missions room where people in the community and all throughout Fort Lauderdale and beyond come, and oh my goodness, we dragged, Sergeant and I went out, we dragged a whole truckload of stuff on Friday back. Amazing. The room of the social hall where people from groups and weddings and funerals and all these things, that room in our Father's house is used for joy and is used for challenging times. Our boardroom where groups meet, all kinds of different groups. In the offices where people come seeking help, where compassion is given. And in my Father's house, the Unity Church of Fort Lauderdale has their offices in, oh my goodness, because they feel safe. They can feel the love in God's house. Wow. Maybe, just maybe, that's what Jesus was talking about. So I invite us this week, when we meet or think about someone who maybe is different, to think about Jesus and the woman at the well. He sure did. He wasn't supposed to talk to so many people, but he did. He spoke to her. He loved her. She drew him water. So we are invited from this lesson today to let down our guards. It's God's world, not ours. Our part is to love one another. Maybe not complicate it so much. Because typically today, when I first read this passage weeks ago and gave the sermon title for the bulletin, it was, "There's no place like home." And I thought, it's time to preach my Wizard of Oz sermon. I love that sermon. There's so much there. At the end, most people miss it. The Wicked Witch is melting. And if you watch the end of the movie, it's garbled what the witch says. How could an innocent young child like you destroy my evilness? Wow. Because Dorothy chose to love those around her. She encouraged them. She helped bring them into wholeness. And she had those slippers with her. She had it all the time, but she needed to figure that out. So home is where the heart is. Amen.
Some dark and cold. Now, Mother's Day stage is set.
Once again, happy Mother's Day to our mothers. This is the time of the year when we honor our biological mothers, adoptive and foster moms, grandmothers, stepmoms, and pet mothers too. I believe that anyone who is nurturing, loving, and also forgiving qualifies as a mother, regardless of their gender. At some point in our lives, we have all had that special motherly type who has guided and advised, nursed us in illness, helped in endless ways, including reprimanding and scolding us when absolutely needed, and for the most part, supported us even when we made some of the most potentially disastrous moves in our lives. As with God, the maternal being is eternal, with boundless love, but uniquely personal. So this morning, may we give from our abundance with a special thought and honor for those special people in our lives who were mother-like to us on our journey. Thank you.
Stand
gifts will reach out and touch lives. They'll touch lives of people in many rooms, in many houses. We ask that you bless them so that they're used in your name and your honor and for your glory. May your works flow through us. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Please be seated. Before we sing, I'd like to think we should honor this communion service to Mother Mary. God had a plan for her. She conceived the child. She delivered the child. She was with him as he grew up. She was there with him when they persecuted him. She was there at the cross. And she was there at the resurrection. The example for us all. As we leave this house of worship, let us remember that in this world, our hands are God's hands, and our feet are God's feet, and our words are God's words. Let us go in peace to both serve and love the Lord. Amen.
touched today by God's love and grace while viewing our worship service, and we hope to see you in person one day. We at the United Church of Christ, Fort Lauderdale, are an open and affirming church that believes in equality for all. We have many ministries that reach out to the needs of those in our community, and there's always something here for everyone to be involved in. We believe that God is still speaking and that our ministry outreach can only continue its vital mission in bringing people to Christ through the support of people just like you. Please visit our website, uccftl.org, for more information about us, to submit a prayer request, or even donate to the church if you have been moved by the Spirit. You will help us in God's work in our ministry outreach. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and we hope to see you next week. May God's peace and love be with each and every one of you. And remember, God is still speaking.